One of the best ways to build a healthier local economy is by shopping locally. Teamster Advantage is a shop local program started by Teamster Local 1932 that has brought together hundreds of locally owned businesses to provide discounts for residents who make shopping locally their priority. Everything from restaurants like Corky's to fun times at SB Raceway and much, much more. If you're not currently a Teamster and you want access to these local business discounts, contact Jennifer at 909-889-8377, extension 224. Give her a call. That number again is 909-889-8377, extension 224.
No, we're not talking about Bruno. We're talking about Mars Carpets. Mars Carpets of Loma Linda. Mars Carpets and Flooring puts the magic in your home. Getting a tax return? Well, we recommend you spend all your money in one place, on your home, because after you do, you'll still have all your money. Fast, friendly, and professional. Mars Carpets may be out of this world, but they keep their costs at ground level. Be it carpeting, hardwood floors, tile, stone, ceramic, laminate, or vinyl, Mars Carpets can provide all the magic with names like Alexandra Smith, American Showcase, Infinity, and Pet Defense Carpets too. Mars is also your local window fashion experts too. They're open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday until 4 p.m., and then they rest on Sunday to give their competition a chance. 24601 Redlands Boulevard in Loma Linda, near Tippecanoe. Just think Tippecanoe and Carpet 2. 909-792-7022. That's 909-792-7022. Their website, marscarpet.com. Mars Carpet of Loma Linda.
I just might. Oh, I just might.
What is your plan for your beneficiaries to manage your final expenses when you pass away? Life insurance, annuities, bank accounts, investment accounts, all require a death certificate, which takes 10 days based on the national average, which means no money is immediately available, and this causes stress and arguments. Simple solution: the beneficiary liquidity plan. Use money you already have. No need to come up with additional funds. The funds grow tax deferred and pass tax-free to your named beneficiaries. The death benefit is paid out in 24 to 48 hours without a death certificate. You heard me right. Without a death certificate. Call us at 1-800-306-5086.
The biggest stars, the hottest shows in person at Paley Fest at Dolby Theater in Hollywood, April 4th through the 12th. Tickets are on sale now. Experience unforgettable panels and screenings with the biggest stars and the hottest shows, including Nobody Wants This, Shrinking, The Pit, Emily in Paris, Your Friends and Neighbors, Scrubs, Pluribus, and a special 50th anniversary celebration of Charlie's Angels. Get an exclusive look at the biggest names in television. Don't miss Paley Fest. Tickets sell fast, so visit paleyfest.org to buy tickets now.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
Did you know that black babies in the U.S. and California are 2 to 3 times more likely to die before they turn 1 than white babies? Black moms also have more health problems during pregnancy, almost 4 times more than white moms. In San Bernardino County, the numbers are still very bad. Black babies are almost 3 times more likely to die in their first year than white babies. Black moms are more likely to have their babies too early and feel sad or worried during pregnancy. These are not just numbers. These are real people and real families. We must do better. That's why programs like Black Infant Health and Perinatal Equity Initiative are here. They give Black moms and families free care and support before, during, and after having a baby. They offer group support, one-on-one help, mental health care, doulas, and support for dads, too. We believe every baby should have a healthy start and every mom should be treated with kindness and care. Together, we can build healthy beginnings for Black families. To learn more or get support, call 844-352-3985 or visit dph.sbcounty.gov/PEI.
This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen here on the case for truth, justice, with the right information to help improve the situation. And improving the situation takes a whole team. Matter of fact, yesterday, all across the United States, people decided to stand up and do what they could to help improve the situation. Some folks called it a protest. I called it an unrest. We got up off our buttocks and went out to express our displeasure at the concept of one person being in charge, not just being in charge, but charging to be in charge. Someone who has decided that they are an immaculate conception. Well, they're not getting an immaculate reception at this point. I think Donald Trump is probably one of the most charismatic people that has ever set foot on earth. And that makes it really disappointing that he chooses to project the evil side, the side that cares not about others, the side that only sees the world from the lens of self-grandizement, self-promotion. But he could get promoted by everyone else if he would simply consider everyone else. The idea of, well, I feel like a war and I want to start a war, and that's not really his motivation. His motivation, as I said before, is to stay out of jail. When he got elected in 2020, he was on his way to jail. He realizes that. Or actually, when he got elected in 2024. That's what he said. I got elected in 2020. It's a fake election. We have standards. We have potentials. We have an obligation. You know, with what God has given us in terms of this wonderful planet that we occupy, we have a responsibility to be sharing, to be progressive, to be understanding that we didn't invent the earth, but we have invented so many things as a result of the earth. And we've determined and we've found that there's enough really for everyone. There's this scarcity syndrome, the idea that if I don't have it, there's just not enough, and I need to put all the extra toilet paper. There's no extra toilet paper. The only toilet paper in the world that counts is the toilet paper you got to use right now. I'm telling you, we have a selfish attitude that we need to rid ourselves of. And it seems that we're doing that. We're stepping up. We're being conscientious. But on the way to doing that, we're letting so many innocent people be inconvenienced, die, put in places or situations that just shouldn't even occur on a planet that has so much to offer and so much to give and so much that can be added to because of the brilliance of the people that occupy this planet. We are. And I say we simply because I know how brilliant you are and I'm able to ride in the car with you. we've got some very, 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 very bright light bulbs going on, and we need to appreciate that and understand the brilliance of those bulbs. The purpose of that is to show us the way and to understand that we're here to take care of those other bulbs that are not quite as bright in terms of illumination, but extremely bright in terms of determination. Very seldom do we see these things occupy the same entity, so we need each other. So what I don't see, you see, and what I see, you don't see, we can put together a full picture and have a real image of what we need to be doing to make this world a better place. And that's important because if we don't make the planet a better place, we can depend on being evicted just like any good landlord. He wants to take care of his properties for the people who really appreciate it, and God has demonstrated in the past that if you don't treat the planet right, he'll clean it up and let a whole new group come in. Now, if you don't believe that part of it, maybe that's why some of us are willing to be so ignorant about it. But while we're here, there's things we have to do to share, to demonstrate that we care. And those are the angels and godly people of the planet. Those are the ones we are here to really, 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 really celebrate. One of the people that we're going to talk to today is Miss Vanessa Perez. She'll be coming on a little bit later, but she is an example of what happens when people get determined to improve their lives. Now, she's the executive director of the Time for Change Foundation, where she leads strategic initiatives to uplift marginalized community people. Rising from an intern in 2012 to a key leadership role, she has been instrumental in advancing women's empowerment, economic equity, and social justice programs. Vanessa co-founded the Black and Brown Opportunities for Profit BBOP Center. That's an economic hub that helps entrepreneurs build, grow, and scale investable businesses. She continues to be a driving force for creating positive change and empowering women to amplify their voices in pursuit of a better future. Now that sounds like a hero or shero to me. That sounds like somebody that has, made a determination and determined to step forward to help other people. So we're going to take ourselves a short break, and when we come back, we'll be heading in the direction of having the opportunity to talk to Miss Vanessa about the great program that Time for Change Foundation has set up here in the city of San Bernardino, serving residents throughout the Inland Empire. Shelter for women, not just a place to hide, but a place to grow. Not just a place to retreat, but a place to prepare for the future. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
Did you know that black babies in the U.S. and California are 2 to 3 times more likely to die before they turn 1 than white babies? Black moms also have more health problems during pregnancy, almost 4 times more than white moms. In San Bernardino County, the numbers are still very bad. Black babies are almost 3 times more likely to die in their first year than white babies. Black moms are more likely to have their babies too early and feel sad or worried during pregnancy. These are not just numbers. These are real people and real families. We must do better. That's why programs like Black Infant Health and Perinatal Equity Initiative are here. They give Black moms and families free care and support before, during, and after having a baby. They offer group support, one-on-one help, mental health care, doulas, and support for dads too. We believe every baby should have a healthy start and every mom should be treated with kindness and care. Together, we can build healthy beginnings for Black families. To learn more or get support, call 844-352-3985 or visit dph.sbcounty.gov/PEI.
All right, we're back. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen, on the case for truth and justice. Were you out supporting the No Kings movement yesterday, or were you inside supporting the No Kings movement yesterday? If you were doing anything that demonstrates your individuality, demonstrates your concern for other people, if you were simply drawing pictures for your children to enjoy, or watching your children enjoy the yards and the playgrounds, you were making that demonstration. You were involving yourself in freedom. You were doing the thing that many of us simply take for granted. The idea that we can take our kids out to the park, that we can go into our backyard and grow a garden. We can go to a library and read books that others have said, oh, those are trying to ban you from growing your mind. That's freedom. That's important. There's some people who are homeless, and there's some people who are houseless, and there's some people who like to live outside. We need to make a determination between those situations as we decide who is homeless and who has decided that they want to stay outside. And everybody that wants to stay outside is not mentally deficient. Some people could say that anybody who wants to stay inside may have mental deficiencies. We need to talk to each other. We need to understand that everybody does not see things the same way. But we also have to understand that there's some people who decide that the best thing that they could have is to wait and make their decision and see what you have. And that's what they decide they want. Not because they wanted it, but because you made it look so great. Well, you made democracy look great. You made the idea of freedom look great. You make the idea of voting for who you want to vote for look great. You make the idea of being able to eat processed, not good for you food, or eat fresh, good vegetables a choice. But then when you get to the point where there's no choice because the people who are in charge decide to constantly make nothing available but processed food, we do have the freedom to get rid of the processed food or let it stack up in the corner somewhere while we go eat fresh, good for you, nutritious food. Those are choices. And that's the freedom that we have in America. We have the freedom to care, not care. But once again, we want to celebrate those people who care. We have people who have decided to open up the business despite the cold climate of failures in business. One of the businesses here in the Inland Empire that I've seen, I'm not going to say hundreds because that would be too Trumpish, but I've seen a lot of restaurants open and close in the Inland Empire since I've been here since 1975, 74, right in there. I've seen a lot of restaurants open and close. It takes a lot of nerve to open up a restaurant. And, one of the people we'll get a chance to talk to today is a gentleman that decided he's going to open up a restaurant. Not only he's going to open up a restaurant, he is going to give you a $10 plate. Oh, that's not hard to do. Well, you could give me a $10 plate, but what's going to be on it? Oh, I get it. Just going to be the plate. Or is it going to actually have food on it? I'm not sure. But then I found out. There's a gentleman who put together a restaurant with his family to honor his mother. Her name was Melba. And he put a restaurant together called Melba's. It's not all of what it's going to be, but it's more than it used to be. And he features a $10 plate. Now, that's a lot of faith in America. We'll get a chance to talk to him a little bit later, too. So, with the choices that we have a choice of winning, losing, failing, and how we look at what we've done in terms of what our future is. Some people accept that last loss as a statement of their life. Many of us take that last loss as a step toward the better future that's available to us because we stay smart. We accept the loss and the information that came along with it, and we use it to get better. Along the way, I'm sure that Miss Vanessa Perez stumbled. She had some issues. She's a grown woman, starting as an intern in 2012. Short 12 years later, she's Dr. Vanessa Perez. Well, it didn't seem that short while she was doing it, but I bet as she looks back across it now, it's, wow, that was a pretty good investment. Invested in myself. Went to school. Every day wasn't a good one. Some mornings I probably would have loved to just roll over and stay in the bed. But she got up. Went to school. Went to work. Did a lot of things she didn't necessarily want to do, but heck, it's there in front of me. Might as well do it on my way to see if this future is going to work out. So 212, that's one thing. What was it like in 2013? In 2014? She's working for a very determined lady, working for Kim Carter, a woman who had turned her life around. That was, there was a lot of hope over there. There was a lot of determination, but there was no guarantees. But there was people getting up, facing the devil every day, going to work, doing what they want to do. So we now have Dr. Kim Carter. Used to just be Kim Carter, but Dr. Kim Carter. Dr. Vanessa Perez. Must be something in the water over there at Time for Change. Maybe they have some special water. Maybe that's what it is. They have helped hundreds of women who came there as a result of domestic violence, needing shelter. But you can't just improve your life by having a place to go to sleep at night and a place to be safe and wake up in the morning. That helps, but that doesn't really change things. You got to do something that's going to prepare you for the future. You got to have an economic future. You got to be able to train for a job, and if you've got the need for shelter from domestic violence, you probably have children. You probably have responsibilities that go beyond the need for your taking advantage of an opportunity to better yourself. Time for change. That's not just the name of a place. That's actually what they provide. Provided time for a person to go inside of themselves, and make a change. Right here in San Bernardino. Change lives. Put people back in charge of their own life. Take them out from under the big fly swatter that wants to slap us all down. Well, maybe not all of us, but a couple of us at a time. That's life. You know, life can be very, very pleasant at times, and you know, you want to take a breath every now and then. Sometimes that air isn't as pure. Sometimes it's not as good as we thought. We find ourselves in corners of places that we really don't need to be in, don't want to be in. Oh my goodness, can't get out of. Time for change. Wonderful organization, great people working there. And the thing about it is they're not satisfied. You hear me? They're not satisfied. They're still going forward. They're looking to grow. They're looking to help more people. They're looking to figure out ways to make a bigger dent in this world of disadvantage that will be thrown at some people. They're looking to create that platform that will allow people to stand up and feel that they belong. Not just that they belong, but that the people who have seen them in their failed position are able to look at them and say, wow, there's been a change. There's been an opportunity put in front of these guys, and look at Sarah Lou. We didn't know she could be, well, we always thought it, but then she seemed to be failing, and Sarah Lou's got a job, taking care of herself, an apartment. Her and the kids are doing well. Man, God is great. God is great. And the opportunities that God puts in front of you are great. But if you don't get up in the morning and move forward and have the drive to take advantage of those opportunities, there's a lot to doing it. There is a lot to making yourself better. Improving is not just an attitude. It's an action word. It's not a passive situation at all. It's very active. It's a verb. It's not a noun, it's a verb. Movement, a desire to move. Some people start organizations with the idea that, I'm going to make me a lot of money, and it's going to set up a little funnel that's going to just bring a lot of money to me. And we know people like that. We know organizations that are great in name and name only. But organizations that are bragged about only by the leadership of that organization, you better watch it. That's kind of Trumpish. But when you find that the organization is bragged about by the people that it serves, whoa, what does that mean? What does it mean when you have women all over the county who are able to look back across their life and say, I'm here doing better because it was not just a time for change, it was time for change. And an organization who took the opportunity to create an opportunity for a change in time was there to help me. And there are women all over San Bernardino, Inland Empire area that are able to say that because of the determination of Dr. Kim Carter and the determination of Dr. Vanessa Perez. Dr. Perez, I understand that I'm blessed to have you on the phone this morning.
Yes, hello, I'm happy to be here.
How are you? How are things with you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Getting used to this warmer weather.
Well, it's warmer for us and an interesting way to spend winter. But then again, you know, that's those are some of the changes that we don't expect, but we have to be prepared for. And that's what time for change is all about, except that Many of the issues that you prepare people for are things that they can expect and can prepare for.
Yes.
T- Tell us about that wonderful organization you work with, the Time for Change Foundation.
Absolutely. Well, Time for Change Foundation, I would say it's more than just an organization, but more of a movement focused on transforming, healing, and creating generational impact for the families that we serve. For over 2 decades, we have helped families facing homelessness, incarceration, substance abuse, and systemic barriers. So we believe that housing is the foundation, but true self sufficiency requires more than shelter alone. And so we provide comprehensive, trauma informed, multi generational support system that helps families heal and rebuild. So we designed our program to break cycles of poverty, homelessness, and incarceration by investing in both parents and the children. So since our inception, we have helped over 5,300 individuals and families reach self-sufficiency, and we have reunited 332 kids back with their mothers out of the foster care system. And not only that, Time for Change is making economic impact when we developed the Black and Brown Opportunities for Profit Center in 2023, which is an economic hub designed to help entrepreneurs build, grow, and scale successful businesses. So, since we've opened that up, we have helped over 200 entrepreneurs through our Bebop Center.
Man, I'll tell you what, the people that you are helping directly were able to enumerate and count because they signed up and you took them through the process. And man, and taking them through the process is not an easy deal.
It's not an easy deal, but
No.
to them, when they're ready, it's worth it.
Well, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Everybody that comes to you is not necessarily ready, but because of the soft landing, because of the attention, because of your intentions, many who would not have made it simply because they have a bed, simply because they have shelter, simply because they're able to eat, many would have been satisfied with that. But somehow you guys have been able to inspire, to create some drive and to facilitate that drive with these people that you've helped. And though you can say you've helped 5,000 plus families, the families and observers of those families, of the friends and associates, they're the ones who have been really helped. They've been inspired beyond what they possibly could have ever thought could happen to someone that they had, in many cases, lost
Yeah.
hope for.
I think so, and I think that starts with having a staff that is dedicated to the empowerment of these families. I think they're dedicated because a lot of the staff that we have also their own personal experience with homelessness or substance abuse or incarceration, so they've been there. And so when our clients see that and they see the support that they get from the staff, it makes them, break down the walls and not feel like they have to hide anymore or that they cannot be vulnerable because they'll be judged. And so there's definitely some inspiration. And then for us, it's like, that there's a saying that says the diamond in the rough, and that's how we see these women, is that they're diamonds. But just like when you find a diamond, it's in the dirt, you got to get it out, you got to clean it, you got to shine it up, and that's what we do with the families that we serve.
Well, here in the Inland Empire, we had a big steel mill that closed down. We lost the Air Force Base. A lot of businesses closed as a result of the COVID. A lot of disaster, economic downfall has hit the Inland Empire. So you guys are really, really valuable in what you do. Do you find something special about this atmosphere in the Inland Empire that you say don't see or have as a problem in other areas?
Well, the thing about it is, I think that when you give attention and you help those that are most in need, and you're providing support in regions that have the most need, then everything falls into place. God is going to take care of you. And so I think we've been able to be successful because we haven't forgotten our mission. We haven't forgotten the people that we're supposed to serve, and we remain faithful to that. So that way, people can get the help that they need, transformative help, help that really gives them access, help that they can see, touch, and feel, not something that is promised to them or just a conversation, but this is actual tangible help that is putting them to a place where they're getting their kids back out of the system, they're getting jobs, they are opening up a savings, they are getting vehicles, they're able to become those productive members of society that they've always wanted to be, but they just never had the help to do so.
Very good. I understand that all of this that you guys are doing is absolutely free. It doesn't cost you any money to do this, and God just drops money from heaven to you guys every day to make it happen. Uh, but that's not true. You guys don't get money from heaven every day. You guys
No,
have
I
to.
was gonna
You
say it's not free. No, it's free to the people that we serve, but it's not free to us. It takes a lot of hard
Absolutely.
work. It's
Well,
fundraising, grant
absolutely.
writing, it's getting the word out. It's doing, a lot of footwork on top of the work that we're already doing.
Yes, and God bless you guys for being able to and willing to do that. It's not easy. I was pointing out during earlier that you came into work there in 212 as an intern, and here
Yes,
now in 2026 you are Dr. Vanessa Perez.
yes,
Uh,
sir.
so not only are you inspiring others, you are evidently inspired by what you see them do, and you keep growing. I note that you have a very important event coming up where you are honoring people who have been providing services,
Yes,
and that this is also a fundraiser for Time for Change Foundation. Tell us about this event, uh,
sure.
please.
Yeah, so we are excited because we are getting ready to celebrate our 24th annual awards gala. The theme this year is Anchored in Promise, Powered by Purpose. And the event is going to take place on Friday, April 24th at 6 p.m. at the Doubletree Hotel in Ontario. So, to give you an idea, the event is a celebration of resilience, transformation, and community. So, we're going to honor, of course, the women who we serve who have overcome challenges and reclaimed their roles as mothers and leaders. But we'll also be recognizing outstanding individuals throughout the community and partners who continue to make a difference in the lives of others. So it's going to be a great evening. Yes, it is a fundraiser. This is the biggest fundraiser of the year. So we ask that people support any way that they can. If you can buy a ticket, visit our website, www.timeforchangefoundation.org. There's sponsorship opportunities available, and we still have plenty of space for sponsors. You can purchase a program book in a program ad in our program book. You can also just make a donation. There's so many ways that you can support, but show up and be there if you want to experience an inspiring night and a beautiful event with some great company, great networking opportunities, good food. I mean, it's a win-win no matter no matter what.
Right, right, right. And there are those of us who are able to applaud you from a close-up position because we're located close to you.
Yes.
There's others who are emotionally located close to you, and there's not going to be room for everybody at the ball that would possibly want to go there. I'd like to make a suggestion to everybody that you have an excellent center, the Bebop Center, right on the corner of what is that, D and Fifth
Six,
Street.
no, Sixth and
Sixth.
Arrowhead.
Sixth and Arrowhead. Okay, okay. No wonder I couldn't find it. No, I know better. I know where it is. That's why I
No,
Googled the
you've
name
been
of
there.
it. I've been there. So let's say it again. It's on the corner of
Sixth
Arrowhead,
and Arrowhead
Sixth and Arrowhead, the Bebop
in
Center.
San Bernardino.
Beautiful. And you, as an individual who is listening now, would not be disturbing anyone if you knocked on the door and said, I would like to come and visit you guys someday, but today all I came by for was to drop off a check. And they could write a check or give you some, I would suggest writing the check or getting the proper way to Zelle you and make a
Yes,
donation because you guys are making a donation every day
yes,
that we all benefit from, and there's just no way to pay you guys back. I understand getting your salary is good, getting your doctorate is good. But when you're doing so much good, there's not a ceiling on what we should be doing to show our appreciation. So I'm just suggesting that if you got a little bucks or two, and if you're short of the $200 or the ticket cost, get over there and write a check and drop it off to the Bebop Center. It will be an investment that all you got to do is walk by there and you can create a smile knowing what's going on inside. And if you ask nice, I'm sure they'll create a tour for you sometime in the future. Not that same day, but sometime in the future. They'll be having open houses and things that allow you to come in and see the wonderful work that they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, if they can't make it down to the Bebop Center, they can always visit our website, make a donation online. It's quick and easy. You don't have to get off your couch or leave your office to do it. You can also call our office at 909-886-2994, and we can help you do that over the phone as well.
Give them that phone number one more time.
That is 909-886-2994. That is the Time for Change Foundation office. Call, you can ask for myself or our accounting department. They'll be happy to take a donation from you.
Well, I want to thank you for your time, not just the time that you spent with us this morning, but the time that you spend every day working to make our community a better place and ultimately the planet a better place. God bless you for your great work. My regards to Dr. Kim Carter. And
thank you so
thank
much.
you guys again for the work that you do. We appreciate it. And see you on the moon. God bless you.
We'll see you.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right, that's Dr. Vanessa Perez and the Time for Change Foundation, and they are making changes that are effective for a long time in a positive way. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Melba's Restaurant, and hopefully we'll talk to Kelvin about that wonderful $10 plate that's available for you today. We'll be right back.
Publish your legal notice in West Side Story newspaper. For the best service and the best rates, call 909-384-8131. Publishing legal notices in the city and county of San Bernardino since 1990. West Side Story provides friendly expert service. Call 909-384-8131 to benefit from budget-friendly rates. Whether a fictitious business name, a name change, a divorce summons, or any other legal or public notice, call West Side Story newspaper 909-384-8131. 909-384-8131. That's 909-384-8131.
Did you know that black babies in the U.S. and California are 2 to 3 times more likely to die before they turn 1 than white babies? Black moms also have more health problems during pregnancy, almost 4 times more than white moms. In San Bernardino County, the numbers are still very bad. Black babies are almost 3 times more likely to die in their first year than white babies. Black moms are more likely to have their babies too early and feel sad or worried during pregnancy. These are not just numbers. These are real people and real families. We must do better. That's why programs like Black Infant Health and Perinatal Equity Initiative are here. They give black moms and families free care and support before, during, and after having a baby. They offer group support, one-on-one help, mental health care, doulas, and support for dads too. We believe every baby should have a healthy start and every mom should be treated with kindness and care. Together, we can build healthy beginnings for black families. To learn more or get support, call 844-352-3985 or visit dph.sbcounty.gov/PEI.
No, we're not talking about Bruno. We're talking about Mars Carpets. Mars Carpets of Loma Linda. Mars Carpets and Flooring puts the magic in your home. Getting a tax return? Well, we recommend you spend...
All right, well, you don't have to go to Mars to get good carpets. You can go to Mars Carpets. United States, we're trying to go to the moon so we can get to Mars a little easier. Give Mars Carpets a call. It won't hurt you at all. Listen, This is Empire Talks Back, and I'm going to talk back about $10 plate. Anthony, if I told you you could go get a $10 plate, you'd probably think I'm talking about a plate.
I'll invite my whole family.
That, well, I mean, for $10, a $10 plate, you're probably thinking I'm just talking about the plate. What would be on the plate for $10?
Shrimp,
You know,
steak.
man, where are you coming from? My man says he don't care how much it costs. He wants steak and lobster on every plate. That's Mr. Anthony Garcia, the mood master, kicking that bass guitar like he does. But I'm talking about a real restaurateur at a place called Melba's. And I guess he's on his way there, and he's going to give us a talk in a couple of minutes. But he offers a $10 plate. Wallace, come on now, what's on a $10 plate? Well,
Shrimp, steak.
no, I'll tell you what, it's real. He definitely gives you the vegetables that you would want, you know, and I'm not able to announce all of them, but I can tell you he's got some yams, candied yams. He's got macaroni and cheese that he brags about. He's got greens, collard greens, that I enjoy. My wife enjoys them. Let's see, what other vegetables has he got there? He's got baked beans. He's got, very good coleslaw. Really enjoyed the coleslaw. But he's got fried chicken, 5 pieces of chicken. I said 5 pieces of chicken. I mean, there could be wings, they could be legs, they could be, I think he may even have tenders, but they could be fried chicken, barbecue chicken, 2-3 different kinds of fish, catfish, I like the catfish. He's got snapper, and I believe tilapia. Gumbo. Man gave me some gumbo the other day. $10 cup of gumbo, and it's like those. Okay, I don't know if you've been to, nice little Louisiana place for gumbo and stuff where they charge you $18-20 for a cup of gumbo. Homeboy's $10 cup is as big, if not bigger, than those $18 cups. It may not be full of shrimp and crab, but what it is full of is really, 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 really good. Now, Mr. Kelvin swears that this $10 plate is a gift from God, that he figured it out, and that he can do it. And that it's not going to be just a teaser, that it is something we can depend on happening. And I see people over there every day involved in the $10 plate. So I don't know how important it is to you during this economic blight that we're in. It's not really a blight, it's just kind of tight. The blight part is coming up. $5, $6 gas is right here. You know, if I go to Sam's Club and pay $5.50, $5.60 for a gallon of gas, I know you're paying more than that somewhere else. So times are hard, but believe me, going to Melba's for the $10 plate is not an economic statement. It's a gastronomic statement. You're going to love the food. You could take I'm not going to suggest that people do things like this. But you could go buy the $10 plate, take it back to the office and sell it to one of your coworkers for $12, $15. I didn't say do that. But here in America, capitalizing is, you could just say, hey, that's because you drove to pick it up. You could pretend that you're DoorDash or something like that, But during that economic advantage of $10 plate, and it's not a skimpy plate, folks. good food, more than fair. More than fair. You could never complain about the $10 plate in terms of the quantity of food. Definitely could not complain about the quality. So I'm telling you, it's a good deal. Hopefully, Kelvin will get on the phone and talk to us little bit about it. But if he doesn't, that's a good sign. That means he's over there cooking and getting ready for you, because he opens up at 12 o'clock. Now, Wallace, where is this place? Where is this Melba's Magic $10 plate place? Well, it's in the city of San Bernardino on Sterling Avenue, just north of Highland Avenue. Now, on the corner of Sterling and Highland, at the northwest corner, is a Juan Pollo. No, it's an El Pollo Loco. It's a good chicken place. Hey, I've been there, but a lot of you guys been there. They don't have a $10 plate, but they've got some good chicken.
More like a $20 plate.
Well, they got a $20 plate, but they, you know, I mean, nobody's complaining about Juan Pollo or El Pollo Loco. I mean, if you go in there, you know what you're gonna get. But just north of that El Pollo Loco, in the same shopping center, is Melba's. Now, you're not going to see Melba's restaurant sign from the street. You're going to have to go into the shopping center. There used to be a Target there. I think it's a Crazy Guys there now. There's a great hamburger place there now called, what is it called? Chubsy's. If you haven't been to Chubsy's, you're missing a good hamburger. They got a good hamburger, $6. And you can add to that, you know, by adding a little meat to it, you know, a little bit more and more. But Chubsy's is a real deal.
No meat?
Well, no, they got meat. I'm just saying, you can get a double burger, triple burger, the whole deal. The single burger is a real treat. It's $6. But inside of that center is also Melba's. Melba's is in the north, well, it's on the southeast side of the shopping center from inside. It's right behind that El Pollo Loco, and they've got a sign there that says Melba's. Tell you, it's worth the trip. And I guess what can I tell you? He's busy there cooking. He's not able to get to the line. He's busy cooking. So I'll tell you what, if you go by there today and you tell him you heard him on the radio on Wallace's show, tell him he doesn't owe you anything because he's got a great plate. But if he wants to be make up for you not being able to hear his golden voice, because the man can talk. Got a beautiful voice. As a matter of fact, his other affiliation is that of a minister. He's ministered the hearts and souls, and now he's ministering the stomach. You don't want to miss this guy. So I'm telling you for the last time, don't miss it. Melba's $10 plate right there at the shopping center on Highland and Sterling in the city of San Bernardino. And it's just a short ride off of that Del Rosa exit off of the 210. If you want to get there, I suggest you do it. So that's my deal about the $10 plate. I'll be going by there later on today. Get a couple of those plates for me and a family member. What I want to do now is go back over to talking to you about eating. Eating something that is nourishing to you. Eating something that is worth being sure that it's available on a consistent basis. Eating something that replenishes itself simply by you being involved in it. And that's our democracy. That's the American freedom that is not free. but it's certainly something worth fighting for, something worth remembering the history that created it. We have to stand up and protect our future by honoring our past. We've got a president that wants to take away not take away the pain of our past experience with enslavement, but take away the memory. Take away the gains that we have as we step forward and embrace the diverse populations of people that live here on our wonderful country, in our wonderful country. And it is a wonderful country, but it's up to us to keep it that way. Oh yeah, because it's so good, you can always expect that there's somebody who wants to come and misuse it. I can expect that, you can expect that, but we do not have to respect that. We need to be willing to shut down those folks who are trying to shut down our freedom. We need to be willing to put back in place those folks who are trying to replace the goodness that America promises. Anytime we have a man who comes in and says our Department of Defense should be called the Department of War, and then reinforce that attitude by going off and starting a war instead of continuing to defend our right to freedom. And in defending our rights, sometimes we have to support those people who think that the only way to get their fair share is to steal it from us or to be angry because we have it. We can help those people the same way that we see the Time for Change Foundation helping women who are disadvantaged. We as a nation should be helping countries that are disadvantaged. We don't have to fight them. We don't have to fear them. We can allow ourselves to step up and help them. I hope that you've been inspired by something that we've said today that will allow you to reach over and want to be helpful to someone else. It's time for us to love our brother for something other than what he can do for us. Folks, love you. Thank you very much for spending your time with us. We'll see you next week under two circumstances. One, the good Lord's willing. Two, if the creek don't rise. Thank you guys. Love you. Man, mama, here I come. See you later.
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters1932.org.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Carton. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky.
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda, sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932.